Hi, welcome. My name is Aladin and welcome to Aladin Show. Today we've got another guest and this is a guest that came on before. She was speaking about Pilates. Shahana Noor, she is going to talk about superfoods today. So this show is about inspiring people and taking action and kind of looking after yourself and sharing knowledge with other people as well. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about superfoods. Superfoods is something that a lot of people have actually heard about on the media and maybe don't know much about it. And I would love to know more about superfoods. I actually personally take it, but I'd like to know more about benefits of superfoods. So we thought that we'll talk about these subjects and hopefully that people who are watching will benefit and know more about and how to improve their health through superfoods. So I'd like to welcome welcome Shahana Noor. Welcome back, Shahana.
Well, thank you so much, Aladin, and I'm really pleased to be back here again.
Well, it was lovely to have you a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You were talking about Pilates and the benefits of the exercise, and we talked about some conditions, and a lot of people actually gave me were actually messaging me saying it was a really good show and really going to benefit from your knowledge that you shared with everybody here. So, and I know we spoke on the show. We talked about just briefly touched superfoods, and we thought we need to do another show, and that's the reason we're here today.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. I like to sort of get out there and give people information and knowledge and build people's knowledge and understanding so that they can make better decisions in their life and how they want to go about and the foods that they eat. So thank you for having me back.
Well, I'm glad. I'm so happy that you've given me your time to come on. But you're right, it's very important for us to be aware what we eat, what we actually put in our body.
Absolutely.
And what I say to my clients is that we've got one body and you really need to look after it, and that's something I'm very passionate about, something on my own health. And I see family and friends who are going through a kind of difficult, challenging times with their health. Got a lot of health issues. Even we watch people in the media, a lot of people are going through certain things like cancer and things, so that we will touch on that as well. But superfoods is something that I think some people have heard of and some don't know much about, and it's something to make people aware what it is. Now, what is superfoods? Like, it sounds like it's eating this food you could become a super being or something, superhuman. Is that what? So what is?
I think the thing about it is it's just a term that's been branded about for a number of years now, and I think the reason why it came about is superfoods is because they hold so many nutrients and vitamins. Do foods that are super, let's just take the ordinary potato. Once you cook a potato, that is it. It doesn't really hold much nutrients and vitamins or anything. It doesn't hold much prior to anyway, but it definitely doesn't hold much once it's been cooked, fried, mashed, or whichever way you want to have it. But a sweet potato does. It does hold on to nutrients and vitamins. Avocados do. Lots of pulses do. So there's a lot of things out there that are available that we didn't even know that are superfoods that hold that amount of nutrient. The other thing about it is being called superfoods is because they can heal the body. Certain foods can heal the body and reverse certain conditions that people can have, say skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis and things, or dermatitis. If you sort of cut out a couple of things out of your diet, one of the things being dairy. Now we've got to discuss everybody individually, so remember that we're just talking about sort of generalising just now, but dairy is probably one of the things that you probably should cut out if you have got any skin conditions, and add a superfood that's called MSM. MSM is a methane, sulfur methane, and that is made the most naturalist way. It's made in the air, right now, in the air, and when it rains down onto the plants, and then it is just taken by the people that cultivate MSM. They just take that and make it through a process of crystallizing it and then make out a powder from it. And that powder, I mean, it is a little bitter in taste, but you can have capsules as well, as long as you try and go for vegetarian capsules and not gelatin capsules, because they take a while to break down. I mean, there's one aspect of a superfood, and superfoods don't just do one thing, they do a number of things, such as MSM will also also be good for hair, nails and skin. Yeah, and it's also good for energy lifting, it's good for hormone balancing, it's good for like so many different other little things and vitamins and nutrients that it holds itself, and it can give you so many other benefits. I mean, that's just one food. Of course, you can't just go and buy MSM at the shops. You've got to obviously go to special stockists and buy things like that. But certain superfoods you can, like wheatgrass, you know, you can go and just now buy wheatgrass. Wheatgrass has got amazing amount of benefits to it, you know. It's
so it's not a grass.
No, it's not a wheat. It is a grass. It's a grass. It's not a wheat, but it is a grass. It's a grass. It's a baby grass, and it's just taken to cultivate it, to take it out of when it's just so small, and it holds mass amount of nutrients and vitamins in it. When it's at that baby grass, and they take it and they dry it out. I mean, there's people in Scotland, all over, people do it at home, you know, people do this for their own well-being and grow a little bit of wheatgrass and then take it and, you know, dry it out and use it for themselves as well. And then people do it on a masser scale than that and provide it out to wholesalers and to other establishments. But wheatgrass is a superfood that's great for people that have got any digestive issues. It also suppresses your appetite, so it is a really good superfood for people that are doing any type of weight management. It's got anti-cancer properties in it. Now, in saying that, remember, we're still generalising. I just don't want anyone to sort of come back on us and say, well, hang on a minute, so-and-so took it and it's not worked. We're not here for that. We're talking about a person that is probably in a good, healthy position and they're taking superfoods for themselves. But also, and if they're not and they've got any condition, then it is really about coming to speaking to either a dietitian or a nutritionist that can advise them correctly on what to take and how to take it, because there is a method to that anybody that has got any condition. So we're just talking just now about you and I, how we live our lives and how we how do we take superfoods ourselves.
Definitely. You mentioned MSM, and that's something that I did a bit of research years ago.
Okay, cool.
And I actually bought a packet and obviously found the right supplier, and I was taking it and I was looking into it, and it does help with there was people were giving a lot of reviews about back pain and all this, the aches and pains, and because it's so good for joints. Joints, that's right. And when they were taking it, they think, you know, really benefit from that, rather than they don't want to take like paracetamol, the painkillers. Arthritis and any bone related disease. MSM is really great for bone related diseases. So anything like arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or anything that's bone related, achy bones, stiff bones, anything bone related, MSM is amazing for. So there was, you say, capsule forms. I found it like a powder form, just mixing it with like water and drinking, or they were showing that a spoonful, just putting it through, taking that and just drinking the water was more effective than. Totally, it is. But do you know what? It is that sulphur. And it does taste super bitter. You know? I got used to it after a while. I got used to it after a while, and I took that for a while, and I really, because then I stopped taking it because I thought I found the benefits. You know, sometimes you have to just take it when you need. And for me, is, you know, I get drawn to something because I think my body kind of I don't know, it communicates with me in a sense of like, I get a sense like I need that in my body. Like if I might be drawn to an orange or a pomegranate or something, and I'll take it and I feel good afterwards. I don't need to take it. It's like something. See, that's amazing. That's really good, because MSM, as you've taken it, it's what your body needed at that time. You needed sort of a little bit of health in the bones. You've taken it, and remember, it is a food. You know, and people generally ask me questions like, oh, can I take this with my medication that the doctor's given me? Well, this is food, of course you can, just as you would eat anything else. Yes, you can. It is only just food, and it's MSM especially, it's the most natural way it's made. I mean, they do make it under sort of laboratory settings as well, but it is really a super natural food to take. You know, it is made in the air, you know. This has been around for a long time. Oh, absolutely. And it's just the last few years that people are getting to know about superfoods. You know, why is that? I mean, it's been around so long. Do you think it's because we're all sitting up and paying attention to our health? Possibly, yeah. I think we are. I think we are. I think as a nation, or as a world. As a world, we've all most of the countries that are wealthy have went down the road of, you know, accumulating so much wealth and then just living off junk food.
And now everybody's like that, oh, hang on a minute here, we've got all this, now we're okay, we're doing comfortably well, let's all change it and make ourselves healthy so we can live healthy lives to enjoy what we've got in our lives, you know. Do you think that's what it is? I think so.
I think so. I think also the things in the media are popping up, like there's so many people with cancer, diabetes, and I think people are really a bit scared and becoming more aware of the health. How do I prevent this?
Yes, most
and
definitely.
And then they're looking at alternative ways to hit it. So
I mean, cancer has become a real biggie, you know, even within the sort of minority communities. It's become a biggie. We hear a lot about, you know, people sort of with cancer, and what we want to do is we want to give people the opportunity to do preventative methods, you know, like taking, for instance, Scottish seaweed, ascophyllin, because what ascophyllin seaweed does, the Scottish seaweed, what it does is it brings about the correct pH balance into your gut. When your gut holds the correct pH balance, then nothing can grow in an alkalized belly because it's alkalized. It's when the acidity of the belly is high, then it's just like putting, say, bread in a bread bin and leaving it for far too long. If you go back after the sell-by date, it's mold, isn't it? But it's similar to what the belly is, isn't it? So if your belly is continuously putting food in, and not giving it the chance to be empty in order to just repair itself and do other things, then how can you possibly alkalize? You need to, you're full of acidity. So people that get bloated or have got acid reflux, you know, they just should really be on taking seaweed and keeping their bodies alkalized, you know. I mean, I keep my body empty for most of the day and try and not put too much food in my body, and you take all my nutrients and vitamins from superfoods and only eat once a day, but that suits me because I keep myself empty in order for my body to then work on other areas to heal and cell renewal. I mean, that's really important. Remember, the body is all vibrations, energy and electrodes, so it's always talking to each other. So as you know, we were just talking about it before we went on air, how many long days we have. And you know, you do feel quite energized that you can work long days. Not that everybody should work long days, it's just, we're just talking about, you know, generally in our own lives. But I think for me, for 100% sure, it is for the superfoods I take, and I feel as if I have energy for longer. And when I go to sleep, I go to sleep.
Because in the morning, what I do is I mean, I love food and I do eat more than once. That's right. So
no, me too. I do love my food. I do love my food, but I try and do it, you know.
But in the morning, what I do, I do take a mix the superfoods up in a juice, and I drink that, and I go to the gym and work out. And the great thing is, I feel really energetic, and I do that every day in the morning, and it's got, my body's used to it. I'm feeling much better. I feel my skin is better, and all this.
You know, you've got beautiful skin. You have got glowing skin.
So many things, and obviously one of the things is sleep is also important.
Very important. Heals the body.
Heals the body. That's the time it heals the body. And so what we're going to do, we've got some stuff here, you know, the superfoods here that we're going to actually...
And we're going to show people how simple it is.
Simple.
It's really dead easy. So let's do this. So what we've got is, there's a cup. We've got a cup for you? Yeah, we have. So what I did was today, I just bought some 100% apple juice with elderflower. It's not made from concentrate. It's just it's a shop, Morrison's own brand. But I checked the back of it. I really wanted to give people the easiest way of doing this, and there is no added sugar. There is little bits and pieces and things, but you know what people say to me, but that in itself is a sugar, but not really. It's not a refined sugar. Really, what you want to do is, because you're having such a little drop of it, you're not having much of it, so it can be taken into account of what your sugar intake of the day was, you know, and you have to work that out. But in order to get to the point of being really serious about taking superfoods, then you can come and speak to a nutritionist or a dietitian, or speak to somebody that knows about it, and then they can guide you through it properly. But for now, we're just doing it for fun.
Let's have fun.
Yes, so from here, let's get you some juice. So we're just going to do half a cup, not maybe even less than half a cup, So this is us.
So say somebody didn't didn't like juice, couldn't they make it with water?
Yeah, you can make it with hot, warm water and things like that. Yeah. So we'll get a couple of. Let's try out the Scottish seaweed.
Yeah.
Because Scottish seaweed is really Scottish seaweed. Yeah. It does taste of seaweed. So
it's grown in water.
Yeah, so look, there's just a teaspoon of that. Yeah. This is all we need. Yeah, I'm going to pop that spoon in so you can mix yours.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'll do mine.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And it's called, then what we could do is, you can mix all the greens together. You don't need to take it like this.
It looks really
pond water.
Yes, that's always. Oh my god. Look, it doesn't look as kind of. Yeah, I don't know.
Look, it's a superfood that's got so many amazing properties. Do you know how it's 10 times more higher in calcium than milk?
I read that as well.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you also, I brought you a little napkin just in case of any spillages.
Yeah.
Should we go for this?
Yeah, go for it.
To your good health.
Cheers.
Thank you, good health. Thank you. That's not bad at all.
No, that's not
lovely.
bad.
Little bit gritty, but nice gritty. I don't think it's bad.
I mean, the juice itself, I mean, if you mix it
the
with
juice is lovely. Yeah, I think it's what you mix it with. I use pineapple juice, organic pineapple juice. Sometimes I use cranberry juice. Sometimes I just use diluting juice. You know, make life easy for yourself, you know. And the thing about it is, I mean, this comes in a 250 gram bag, but that 250 gram bag, 1 teaspoon a day, it's going to last you at least about 2 months, I think, roughly thereabouts. Yeah. The other thing it does is it detoxes your belly, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yes, and keeps you regularly detoxing, because remember, what you put in has got to come out. And the more it comes out, the better it is. The better it is.
So, can you add things like fruit to this?
Yeah, you can add this to your smoothie. But see, I'm doing this as if you're in a hurry, you're going to go out, you know, you've got things to do, and you just make up all your superfoods. So what we'll do is, if you just leave it like that, we'll add some wheatgrass to it, and let's just see what happens. So once again, wheatgrass, amazing superfood. See the green, the cauliflower that makes wheatgrass? Yeah. Look, so once again, just a little teaspoon.
Light green colour.
Okay, so really green, gorgeous green colour.
And we mix this.
Let's mix this, yeah? So you can do this. So the cauliflower is a liver cleansing.
Liver cleansing.
Liver does 200 functions. Do you need some more juice? I think you do need some more juice. We do, yeah.
We do need more juice.
We should start off a cooking program.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, I think I might have a little bit as well. There we go. So, once again,
I said I put in about 5-6 together, and
you can do that and to make it time saving. I would say,
it tastes great. The juice I use is Innocence. Is the kind of it's got other wheatgrass in it as well.
But probably the dosage that they put in is probably not enough. So then you could get it and just top it up yourself.
And it tastes amazing.
So we taste it with the seaweed and the wheatgrass in it.
Try that.
Okay, here we go. Good health. Guys, that tastes good too. Yeah. We're not making funny faces.
Seriously,
we're not just
really
doing this. It does taste.
I think mixing both together is much better.
It's even good. Now, so we've got wheatgrass suppresses your appetite, loaded with vitamins and nutrients, great for liver cleansing and great for bloatiness or any belly and reflux type of thing you've got going on. Amazing for you. So that's what it's about. We want to say maybe see a little bit on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's add hemp to it. Hemp is a protein, really important, organ healing. So anything to do with all the organs from your heart, liver, lungs, kidneys, pancreas, any organ, brain, everything. Great healer. It's got GLA in it. GLA is the product that grows in it, because it's grown in a warm country. It's a product that's in it. So once again, just a little teaspoon. Yeah, because it's a protein, you want to up your levels of taking it. So I would take a tablespoon of hemp a day. Yeah, so once again, massively loaded with vitamins and nutrients. But the other thing that it does is it does give your body's maintenance of the cell, muscle, tissue, rejuvenation. So it sort of balances everything out and gives it all that to sort of rejuvenate it. It's got omega 3, 6, 9 in it. So it's all the omegas, yeah. So like super amazing for eyesight and great for brain health, thinking, remembering, all that. So fabulous.
Right. So I said to some of the ladies that it's a certain age group, ladies really need more protein in their body, you know, to build the muscles again.
Well, I think if anybody that's doing any type of exercise and things, or actually everybody should,
yeah,
predominantly if you are doing more exercise, you're doing body weight, any type of exercises, you're doing it regularly, you should take more protein, and especially those people that are doing any weight management should take more protein. But it's to let people know that, look, meat and fish are not the only protein source out there.
Yeah.
You know, there is healthier options of different types of protein as well. So should we taste our, now guys, we've got seaweed, wheatgrass, hemp,
here we go.
and we're going to taste, and to your good health again, here we go. Once again, it's good, guys, it's good.
Yummy. Yeah, tastes much better now. You're adding each one.
Taste.
Yeah.
So, now remember one thing, Aladin, if we're doing this at home and you're adding this to your drink, you've got to make sure you level it out, everything. We're just doing it as little examples, guys, but if you want to get in touch, just get in touch, ask for advice, and we can talk you through it properly. So, but you can make a smoothie. You can put it in a smoothie, add fruit and things in it, throw a teaspoon of each into it, and then that's you done, and you can make it up beforehand. So should we talk about us ladies? One for us ladies, specifically one for us ladies. No, the guys, the gents can take it too. Okay, it's not just specifically for, but it's because it's a hormone balancer. So any ladies out there that have got anything, menstrual cycle period, crampy problems, or not feeling so good, bloatiness, or anything comes up.
Going through a menopause.
Menopause, the biggie. Yeah, menopause. Any perimenopausal or going through menopause, you can balance things out by taking maca.
Maca powder.
Maca powder. It's a root vegetable. It grows in Peru, and it's a root vegetable that comes from the radish family. So it's not bad in taste at all. It's just like eating radish, but it's a yellowy in colouring. And once again, same thing. 1 teaspoon back into our mixture. So we're just adding everything in. And guys, this is because everybody leads such busy lifestyles. This is really to give people that option to say, look, you don't need to do one thing at a time. You just throw it all into a cup like we're doing.
I think we need more juice.
And we need more juice. Yes, we do. There we go.
There you go. Thank you. That's
okay. That's enough.
That's enough.
Oh, no, not enough. Yeah. So this balances out, and you know the other thing about it, people, ladies have asked me, oh, what age can I take it? You can take maca at any age. You know, if you've got crampy problems and not feel too good during a period, during a menstrual cycle and things, you can take this at any time. So you can see this one sort of goes into little balls, So you just break it up, can't you? That breaks up really easily.
What about superfoods for children?
Well, children can take anything. I mean, if they can drink this, then they can take it, just pop it in. And, you know, I would say if you use it at home as a family, then the kids are going to take on. Like my girls, my daughter said to me yesterday, Mum, have you got any juice in the house? And I said, why? And she said, I want to start taking wheatgrass again. So, you know, if you bring your kids up taking superfoods, they might take little episodes of stop taking it, they might go back to it, you know. So, and I think our younger people know a lot more about superfoods than we did, I think, when we knew. But the one thing that's really good for coming from like minority communities, all minority communities, is the spices that we use. As long as we use the correct spices, like using turmeric, anti-cancer, haldi, anti-cancer, antidepressant. So is hemp. If you've any form of chemical imbalance that's going on in the brain, once again, have to discuss it with a nutritionist. I've got to get that out there. But it can balance things out. There's amazing research that was done recently. I can get the details for it, where they said that hemp helped people with depression. So it's like keeping away from, you know, drugs and leading on to more of taking healthy foods. Let's try our maca concoction. Here we go, to your good health.
Good health.
That tastes good. I think all of them, that tastes really good now. But you can taste the different flavours, can't you? Still coming through.
I could taste the more maca powder coming through.
Yeah.
This one.
And that's us done. We've taken all our nutrients, all our vitamins, amazing amount of vitamins and nutrients.
How many times a day do you take that? Do you take
Oh,
it
listen, you only need to take it once.
Yeah.
It really does depend. See, if you're healthy, but for you and I, we only need to take it once. You know, unless you want to top up and take a little bit more protein later on in the day, just to, you know, invigorate your body a little bit more, lift the energy levels up a little bit more, you can do so. Normally I wouldn't take it as late as this, because sometimes I feel as if my energy levels go up.
So that means after the show we would like,
we're going to be hyper. We should maybe have to go and do a Zumba class or something.
Yes, we should.
Just to tire ourselves out. No, not really, not this level, not this much. It's just we've taken such a little bit. So although even we've taken the recommended amount for us, but sometimes I find personally that it sort of lifts my energy levels if I take it like after 6 o'clock. But everybody's different.
Every day. What's good for sleep? Is there a superfood that will help somebody to sleep?
I think the thing about it is eating the wrong foods then, you know, does cause issues of sleep.
Yeah.
Eating the right foods would give you the benefits of everything and a good night's sleep, wouldn't it? You know, so it's not like there's a superfood out there for one thing. They all do like a multitude of things. They're all so many benefits to them. I mean, I've got lists of benefits of things, you know, they sort of tick them off.
Obviously, we just got the phone. There's so many superfoods out there.
So many,
like spirulina, that's algae, that's the one.
But spirulina is an algae, and kelp is a sort of algae seaweed. But this is Scottish seaweed. This is one of our own. This is a Scottish seaweed. This comes from the Hebrides. You know, it's ascophyllin. It's super amazing. You know, the thing about it is the Irish have been really good. They've got dulces, they've got their seaweed, and we should be sort of promoting our own Scottish seaweed, which it tastes good. We know now, we've tried it, it tastes good, doesn't it?
So all the Scottish people, I think, go and promote the Scottish
Scottish seaweed in the shops, you know, let's get it out there. So, and the benefits of seaweed is just amazing, you know. So I think we've got to remember it's not just one thing that you're dealing with a mass amount of things that go on the body. Body needs to work, it needs to talk to each other all the time, and that's what I want to do. I want to just promote the inside health, you know.
I know we mentioned depression and, you know, help with sleep and various. What are diabetes? You know, people in our
you can't see diabetes 2 in particular. Can't say anything about 1 because obviously you need to work with individuals separately on that. But diabetes 2 you can reverse with help, guidance from your GP as well, and a good dietitian and nutritionist. Then you can reverse. There is things that you can reverse, and diabetes is one. You know, I've got somebody that I'm working with just now, and that's what she's going through. She wants to reverse it because if you think about it, she's had diabetes for, I think, the best part of maybe 15 odd years, but for 13 of those years when she got diagnosed and started getting on medication, she's been on medication for 13 years. That's far too long. Yeah. Come on. That's far too long. You've got to look for alternatives, you know. And there is many people out there that are doing that are on drugs, that are on them far too long. And, you know, you've got to ask yourself, why am I on this? How can I change this? You know, what can I do to change this? There must be somebody out there that can help, that can change things, you know. And it just really is about investing in your body, investing in time. And somebody said to me recently, Shahana, but breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And no, it's not. It's not, because if you remember, breakfast first came out, I think, in the 40s and 50s, and the breakfast cereal people started to promote it. Remember, it's a breakfast. They promoted it as a propaganda to say it's the best meal of the day, because of course it's their breakfast, isn't it? So I think that's kind of stuck. It isn't really. In some cases, some people need food to start the day. In some cases, they don't. But it's not the most important meal of the day. Do you know what I mean? All food is important, you know, and it's just, you need to take it when your body asks for it. Like, I only put food in my body when my body tells me, okay, I'm hungry, feed me now, you know. And that's what I do. But I'm a vegetarian, vegetarian, and sort of shop in between the two of them.
Like you, I don't take dairy. We mentioned about dairy.
Take dairy,
And the way I stopped taking dairy, it's not because I looked at it, it's just I saw my when one day I was drinking milk, I thought that didn't taste right, and I just basically stopped drinking milk, and you know, we don't take cheese, and most of my family like that. But I do like fish. I do like fish. I do like fish, and I do like vegetables. But since I remember when I was younger, in my teens and early 20s, what happened was I used to get a lot of migraines. And I couldn't open my eyes, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and went to the doctors, got a lot of, you know, tablets for it, and I used to have migraines, you know, a couple of times a week, you know, it was so bad. And when I stopped taking dairy and various other things, I don't drink coffee, and you know, my health improved, my headaches just cut down dramatically, and now I touch wood hardly have any headaches.
People that do have any type of headache should think about, first of all, cutting dairy out their lives, you know, and maybe taking a healthy probiotic. You know, good gut bacteria is always really important. But because I don't put so much food in my body, I don't really need to take a probiotic. So it depends. You really need to speak to someone and discuss it. But more or less, everyone should be on a probiotic, you know. Sometimes people can get confused and say, but what should we be taking? And like you said, take what you want for a short period of time, and then change over and try something different. But if you've got an issue that you want to deal with, then take it in enough time frame that you feel it's curing you, or add other things in, you know, and just, you know, shop and change, speak to people, talk about it. You know, you've got a wealth of information out there from really good nutritionists out there, dietitians out there that you can talk to for free as well, and, you know, get the advice and start off by just doing 1 or 2 superfoods a day, just as a general rule of thumb, and just try 1 or 2, and carry on from there and learn about it, and build up your knowledge.
That's exactly, build up, you know, not just do your own research and find out.
And we want to talk a wee bit about the whole, how the Asian spices and the chilies, inflammation, reduces inflammation. The green ones, we're talking about green ones, the fresh ones. So,
I mean, I love my chili sometimes.
So do I love them too.
Just take about food, and I used to have a lot when I was young, a few long time ago, but now I just cut down on it. But I love the chilies.
I love the chilies.
I just feel, I personally feel like it helps with my circulation.
But it's really good. Do you know what? When you've got a cold, see, that's amazing. It is very good for circulation, especially when you've got a cold, because what it does is it brings up all the mucus that's sitting about the chest and clears it out and lets it bring it up and take it out, and then that should help clear away that sort of infection and cold or whatever that's going on, you know. And the shame is that sometimes that you find when you're talking to the Asian community generally, you'll find that how the younger people have got now so easy accessible to get, like companies like Just Eat, or the other companies out there where you can just go onto your app, order what you want, and it comes to your door. And we're not really putting that emphasis in the cooking and all the lovely spices that we got and how you make the spices, and it's too much about going out to the shops, buying a quick little packet of spices and popping it into the curry, but rather than trying to see if you can make up, you know, more organic way of using spices and things, healthier spices, because remember, they're all just cloves and cardamoms, and especially when it comes to garam masala. I mean, smells lovely, garam masala, doesn't it? It's lovely, I love it.
We haven't got much time left, but what we'll cover is like things like herbal teas are really good. They
are good. They are good. Just watch for the caffeine ones. Just watch for them. But herbal teas, and then see when it comes to the dairy stuff. See if you want to start reducing dairy out of your life. Then start off by using almond milk, soy milk, oat milk. Oat, my favourite. Oat milk, coconut milk. Have you tried them?
I tried them, but it kind of reminds, I don't know, reminds me of milk. You know, if I look at it, it looks like it's milk, it's whey. I'm like, no. I did taste it, and it wasn't really for me. I know everyone's different. For me, it was like, you know.
No, I do. I like a coffee, but only have 1 a day, and I have either soy coffee or an oat coffee, or you can have Turmeric.
Turmeric
Lattes.
Lattes.
Turmeric lattes, yeah. It's a new sort of popular thing, isn't it?
I get turmeric herbal tea, so and it goes yellow. The cup goes yellow.
Yeah,
turmeric. That's so those spices. I mean, a lot of people we can relate to that when they're you know. But another thing it just popped into mind. We know we're talking about superfoods and spices. I find that it's very, very important when I'm going shopping to look at the labels. Now, becoming aware of what you're picking up from supermarkets, and I'm just reading the labels and all this E numbers and preservatives and
hidden sugars, hidden salts.
Yeah, I think people should also become aware of, you know, we'll need food anyway, you know, and if people want to buy baked beans or whatever, tins, or it's very, very important to read the ingredients. And then for me was, now I'm becoming more aware, I put it down. I'm not drawn to it. I'm like, that's got that. No, I'm not buying it. Yeah. So I make a choice, you know, what I want to pick up. And I think that more people should become more aware. They should be reading what they're picking up.
Should be reading it, should be looking at the ingredients. I think what the supermarkets are doing now is trying to make things a lot more sort of easier and doing it by colour coding and things like that. And I think that's going to help people because, of course, supermarkets want you to sell things to you, don't they? So they put everything into really teeny weeny writing, that you've not even brought your glasses to read to what's going on, and it's just like you've got kids at home, you're in a hurry, and you come back from work, you've not got time to read in, you just want to get there into the supermarket, get your stuff, get out, get home, especially with the darker nights drawing in. So it isn't easy, but in your free time you should research what's in your store cupboard.
Yeah.
And have a little read and think, is this what I should be eating?
I'm sure most of the people, if they did that, they'll throw most of it out.
My fridge is always empty. Unless if I cook it fresh, then fine. But if it's not there, then I don't really have a jam-packed full fridge. Actually, I don't.
So I shouldn't come and visit you then?
No, listen, you can come visit me. I will be making it all nice and fresh for you. I don't really have everything in there, you know. But yeah.
So where can, I know we mentioned briefly about, where can people buy the superfoods, and what should they look out for, the best?
First thing they should always look out for is that it's got to make it sure it's organic.
Organic.
Yeah. And you know, there's so many stockists out there, so many people out there online that are selling superfoods. You know, go with your intuition, just go with your gut. If you feel that you want to go and buy things from, you know, online, you've heard your friend doing it, or you found out you've spoken to somebody else, get advice. You know, ask people to come back to you. You can maybe even signpost them. You can come back to me. You can signpost people where to buy from. You know, and but the one thing that you want to remain is that they're organic, you know, and you don't need to go for brand names. There's lots of people out there that are doing amazing work. I mean, I've got a lady in the Highlands that has got her own bee farm, and what she does is sends me bee pollen, fresh bee, well, not fresh, but you know, bee pollen, like organic bee pollen. The bees have done their business, and she bags it and sends it to me.
So that's
amazing.
It's allergy-wise. So
bee pollen was more for fertility.
Is it fertility?
Yeah. The fertility. So does maca.
Oh my God.
Fertility. Yeah.
So ladies, you know what to
take. And the gents. Get up the fertility. Good for the baby making.
Oh God.
Yeah. So bee pollen, and I make tea from it. You just put a teaspoon into hot water, mix it up, and drink the tea. Beautiful. Tastes gorgeous.
Oh. So
and the mushrooms, listen, don't get me on to mushrooms. There are amazing mushrooms out there that can do super amazing healing, you know. So we're just touching on little things here, but there's a wealth of food out there, a wealth of food that you can do to live off and heal your body. But it's all about convenience these days, isn't it? Isn't it? It's about convenience, it's about quick, you know.
So I mean, it's very important. For me, it takes me about 5 minutes in the morning, and I think if you create a habit, if you do it every single day, it's a natural thing that you're automatically doing it, and I think it's very, very important. I was saying to somebody a couple of days ago, I said, for me, my health is very, very important. Without your health, you can't do anything else in life.
No. And the amount of meat that people intake.
Yeah, and the red meat, apparently, whoever people, I mean, I don't eat red meat, but apparently stays in your body for 1 month.
Apparently so, but I don't eat meat at all. No.
So
no.
imagine people who are eating red meat and they think it's just, you know.
I mean, it sits in your intestine. You get two sets of it. You get the small ones, and then you get the large ones. Yeah, yeah. So it comes out the small ones, go in the large one. They sit about there for about 2 weeks.
But I read is actually doctors were saying 1 month.
I mean, that is bad.
That is bad. Yeah, so that's so.
That's not good. So I mean, that's like meat going bad, isn't it? If it's just lying there in your intestines, isn't it? It's lying in a nice, warm, cosy area.
You don't want to think about that.
Intestines are warm, cozy area in your body.
So that's so important about detoxing your body regularly.
Totally. Detox. Seaweed, amazing for detox. Wheatgrass, amazing for detox. I wouldn't be bought into all this detoxing teas and things that are out there. Be careful of those types of things. Look for food. Don't go for the sales pitchy stuff like, okay, drink this drink and you will lose weight and you will detox and your skin will be beautiful and your hair will be beautiful. No, it doesn't work like that. You've got to get the right levels amount. Like sometimes when somebody comes to me, I'll say to them, take 3 teaspoons of seaweed. It depends. Remember, everything depends on an individual and what they're coming from. We're just talking generally about 2 healthy individuals and how we live our lives and what we take. So I just want to make sure that point is out there. If there is anything, please come and speak, come talk, and
people
I'll be signposted to
we'll signpost it to the,
and then we can talk about it there. But really, that drink was lovely. That was not bad at all.
Are you going to finish it?
Yeah, we're going to finish it. Let's finish it.
It's gone. I need to mix it up.
No, mine's is pretty good still. Just give it a little sugar. And here goes.
Yeah, I need to go for this. You finished?
I'm finished. Thank you so much. Oh, you've got a bit to go. Come on.
That tastes nice.
It does taste nice. It is nice.
You try it. No, go out and buy some superfoods like maca powder and wheatgrass and
definitely
hemp protein.
Hemp protein. Yeah,
I love. I do put a couple of tablespoons for hemp. Because
that's it. Tablespoons. Some things you do need to use tablespoons. As I said, you just need to know what you're putting in. But good to hemp. If you're doing tablespoons, then go for it. And you can do hemp oil as well. I mean, I cook with hemp oil sometimes. Which is a great oil to cook with.
It tastes really nice. Let me see if we've got any comments. So people are asking questions. I'm just checking here. I was thinking, see if anyone want to ask anything here. Oh yes, me too. Honestly, don't take. Yeah, we don't take our health seriously. That's what they're saying. We just.
Take the medication for granted. I think that's a really thing that we should maybe just really say to people. Don't take the advice and everything for granted that you get from doctors. They're very trained, yes, but so are we. We're health professionals. We're trained too, and we're trained to the absolute maximum in order for what we do. So I think people should think that there's a lot of faith that is put into the doctor, and yes, absolutely should, but don't make that your end point. Go further, research it, find out more. I work with people that have got cancer. I work with people that have got cancer who we work together. They will go back and report to their GP and say, look, I've started this and this, taking these superfoods, and doctors are really great about it. They're like, go for it, take whatever you want, but also take the medication. So you can do both, and they will not. Some things you've got to watch, but most times there's no contradictions of what you take. The food. Yeah,
food. So recently, I'm just looking here, but also it came to mind that CBD oil got kind of legalized.
Yeah, it's all hemp, really.
Yeah, it's hemp, isn't it?
It's hemp. I mean, all they've done is bottled hemp in an oil. And everybody's going raving about it.
Yeah.
But listen, just take the hemp and you'll be fine. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Well, really. They're seeing the benefits of it, and it's taking years to
but the hemp oil does do a different type of job than the hemp. It does the same, but it does do a little bit different job to the hemp powder.
Okay.
But it's the same. It is really the same.
It's really the same, yeah.
But it's just a little bit different.
Okay, let me see. What is this? I'm just getting if people are. Oh, they learn so much from this. That's great.
Good,
benefiting from this information. I hope people put this into practice. Our oat milk is my favourite. Somebody said.
Oh, oat milk's my favourite too.
Is it?
Love the coffee, yeah. Good one, love oat milk.
Good. We've got a great information. So basically what people are finding is really getting benefit from. This is the reason for these shows. I love doing the shows every Wednesday.
You do great, you really do.
I love having guests like you coming on. All amazing guests I've been coming on for weeks. I've shared amazing knowledge and experience, and people are really coming back to me, and you know, I'm meeting people in the street and other places saying, wow, I love your show, you know.
That's fabulous. And do you know what it is? It's all about the knowledge that people have, and it's just sharing that knowledge,
sharing,
and then somebody out there that will say, okay, that's for me, and that's when you can tap into those types of information. So you know, you do a fantastic job. Go for it. Yeah.
With you guys, like having the guests, and it's all about experience. I believe that, because as I said, I take the superfoods myself, and if I didn't take it, then obviously you would have explained, but because I've experienced it, and I've experienced it every day when I drink it, and I know it's how I benefit from that, and so I could kind of give my kind of feedback on that side as well, which is quite good, because all the guests that have come on have shared the experience, but also I've experienced the what the benefits yourself. That kind of helps as well with that. That's with the doctors. I mean, when you go to a GP, they describe the medication. They maybe never took the medication in their life.
Exactly. You know, there was somebody who was saying to me, I take iron tablets from the doctor, but I just feel as if it upsets my belly when I take them. And I said, well, of course it would upset your belly, because they're really, really cheap. They're really cheap. So she said, what are you talking about? And I said, they're really cheap. They're probably just for the bottom shelf of the pharmaceutical company that are selling them. So she went back to the doctor and said to the doctor, are they really cheap? He said, yeah, they are. She said, well, why are you giving me them? Because they really upset my belly. He said, well, look, you're low in iron, you need it. But she was saying, but how does that work? So she really pushed the point, only because she had the knowledge that she got that they would really... But she went back to the doctors. If she went back to the doctor and said, I've got an upset belly, he probably would have gave her something else for the upset belly. So then she would have been on a supplement that's not really working for her, that's upset her belly, and something a medicine that she doesn't really need. So, you know, but these things can be overcome. Like, as I said to you, you know, there's more calcium in seaweed than there is in milk, and we shouldn't really drink animals' milk. We shouldn't really drink animal stuff. Anyway,
I mean, we could go into it deeper than that. We could. But I was going to, just something came to my mind that just went, but I want to say that thank you for today. You know, I mean, it's so interesting, and having fun drinking it. You know, that's even more fun, and it tastes really, really nice.
It does.
I would suggest to the viewers out there to try it. Just go and try it. But quickly, if people want to ask you, you know, get more information about the superfoods, where can they contact you?
Just back onto the page of Freedom Pilates. You know, Freedom Pilates and Superfoods websites out there. I'm on the internet, so just use Google and...
You Google and find you.
Google and find me. I'm out there, guys.
You're also on Facebook as well.
And I'm on Facebook, I'm on your Facebook.
So please contact, if you need any information.
Any advice at all, just get in touch, and happy to share. That's what we are, we're happy to share.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you to Shanna for coming on, and you know, she's really an inspirational lady. I mean, all my guests are, and I can say thank you to all of them for coming on and, you know, sharing their knowledge and experience with them. So today was really, really interesting. Plus, especially, I've been drinking the superfoods. That's even better. But thank you for the time, Shanna. Thank you for that. And what I'm going to do is, this is a show is to inspire people to take action, and also make people more aware that so many things are out there that could actually benefit your health, your well-being, your mind, body and soul, and maybe by getting this information you do your own research, and you find that, you know, you could explore other things, other ways. So we've actually got another guest coming next week, another inspirational guest, hopefully for USA. So she'll be linking up from USA, and she'll be sharing her very interesting information. I won't reveal it today, but this will be actually next week, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock in Aladin Show. So I wanted to say to all the viewers, thank you for tuning in every week and supporting me. And that's the reason I'm doing the show, because people, people that do come up to me and say, they love the show, and that kind of inspires me to do, further shows, and I love doing the shows every week, and I'm, seeing the benefits of people receiving from the show as well. So thank you again. I hope you could join me next Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and I hope, if you need any more information, please contact myself or Shanna on our page, and we are happy to help you. So I hope you join me next week, and have an amazing, amazing week. Bye.
If you have a dream, let's make it real.